Hey, what's going on guys? Chris back with you with another unboxing and review video, and tonight it is for the HD dash cam, full HD 1080p, and this one particularly is by Dexors, the X5 dash cam, again full 1080p guys. Very cool. Let me run over a couple specifications real quickly here. We do have a full 2-inch color LCD screen. There is a 170-degree A+ wide angle lens, built-in G sensor, parking mode, and incident recording. And so a lot of cool features, guys. Again, supports HDMI output, 16 million maximum pixels, supports up to a 64 gig memory card, auto power on, power off, and again 5 volt 1.5 amp power input, and it produces JPEG and supports microphone and speaker. And just like all my unboxing and review videos, guys, look in the description box below this video. You'll find this exact same product in the link below. So without further ado, let's go ahead and open this guy on up. Again, the X5. Right off the bat, we have a nice manual there, and it looks like a nice complete manual. Very cool. Pictures and everything in there, guys. Let's take a look. And it is completely in English because, again, this company is out of Austin, Texas. It says right there on the back. Very cool. We have the customer warranty card here. Here is our box here. Very cool. Let's start taking this one out at a time, and we'll go ahead and get to the boring stuff like the wires first as we open this up. And very cool, guys, it does come with an 8 GB micro SD card with the adapter. Very cool. That is a Kingston 8 gig micro SD card, and this is class 1, so this is like the newest one. Very cool. So 8 gig right there. I love that. We have what looks to be one of our mounts here for our windshield. We'll get to that in just a second. And what looks to be our USB cord to our power connector there. We have a nice cloth here with the logo right there on the bottom, so you can clean your LCD screen. And that is it for that side there. Real quickly, let me just bundle this out real quick if you are intrigued upon the length of the cord. This is going to be a solid, probably a 2.5 foot cable, again USB to, that would be the same charging port as a Motorola device right there. Again, our cleaning cloth here, and let's take this little suction cup out real quick and take a look at it here. Yes, this is a suction cup with a couple different prongs on here. We'll get to that in just a little bit here. It has a little turn knob here to latch it onto the windshield, and then you turn it down to lock the suction cup on there. And then that looks like it attaches to our camera. We'll get to that in just a second. And it does have a rotating head that goes up and down, etc. Coming back to our box here, let's go ahead and pull that little sleeve up, and we have our dash cam right here, guys. I think we have some more stuff on the bottom here, which we do. We have the car charging port there, charging cable. And again, that is it for our box. We'll put that out of the way here. And these cords are normally going to be very long, just due to the fact where you can plug this in your rear cigarette lighter or your front cigarette lighter. And so let's just get a guesstimation on how long that is. That is super long, way longer than my wingspan, and I'm 5'9". So my guess is that's going to be a solid 6.5, even a 7 foot cable tip to tip. And that again is the charging port, same as this cable here. And again, that's the same ones as your Motorola devices, your GoPro devices, etc. All right, now comes the fun part here, guys, as we remove that from our sleeve there. Very cool, guys. Again, we'll get close-up shots of this. This is the LCD screen on the back here with your buttons right here. And then we have our camera, which is right here. Again, 170-degree viewing angle. And it does have some protective covering over the front of the lens, We'll go ahead and pull that guy off, and it does have some protective film over the rear LCD as well. We'll pull that off there. Alrighty guys, very, very nice product. Again, very small and compact. This, just you don't want to block your view, and this is just beautiful, guys. As you can see, my fingernail right here in comparison to the 2-inch screen. Very, very thin. Now on this side, we'll start on this side here. We have the HDMI port right here. Now again, that is an HDMI port, but that is more of a micro HDMI. That's not your full HDMI. That's kind of the mid-size micro HDMI port there. And then you come over here to the port of your charging or cigarette car charger battery type of port here. And again, that's going to be the same as your GoPro devices, etc. right there. That would just plug in to the side right there. We have the microphone hole right here. As we turn it this way, we can see it says mic right here. So that's our little microphone hole right there. And then we also have just a couple screws here on the side here and here. And then as we come around to the top, this is where it would hook into our mount that I just showed you guys. And then we have the AV port right here. And we do have the reset little button right there. As we come around to this side is our micro SD card, or they call it a TF card reader here, with your power button, and then what looks to be a memory button right here, power memory button, and then again, that's your micro SD slot. And on the bottom, there's nothing there. And as we flip it around to the back side, again, this would be an OK button, an up button, a down button, and then kind of a return button here. And then what we looks to be another little, probably that is a power indicator LED light that lights up in that little slot there. And then coming to the front here, guys, this is it right there. Look at that angle lens, very nice. 1080p right here on it, X5 logo right there, very, very nice. And what I like about this, guys, is that by having your own individual card, especially that it comes with it, it's great too, because you don't want to mix up your GoPro card readers with your navigation ones as well. You want to kind of have an individual one for the navigation. So it slips in with the gold on the bottom. So if you're facing the TF logo right here, the gold is on the bottom. You slip it straight in the little hole. Then you might need your fingernail to kind of click it into place there. You heard it just click right there. Now it's nice and flush. Now you're all good to go. So let's take it down in the car and fire her up. Alrighty guys, the cord just goes right into the top here where the windshield mount is. Let's go ahead and flip it over now here. And as we can see here, it turned on. And let me go ahead and mount this. It's kind of hard to get the white balance on the camera, but it is a beautiful crisp screen. Very nice, guys. It actually looks like it's recording right off the bat, so you kind of have to change some settings there. It's kind of on the automatic mode, or right as you start your car and it gets power to it, it would fire up. As we can see here up in the right hand corner, I'm 48 seconds in on full 1080p high definition. And again down here, that is our symbol for charging right there down by the bottom right. And again, we have the date and time right there, which needs to be changed. And then we have up here next to this little blinking symbol there, which is actually red, that means it's recording. We have WDR, and then up here in the top left, sorry, my white balance again on camera, it's kind of hard to tell, there you go. It's a little symbol of a movie camera, that means you're in video mode there. So again, here is our little lock symbol right down here by my pinky. Now after you mount it onto your windshield, you just turn this whole entire thing to the lock position. That will lock it on, the suction cup onto your windshield there. And then you just adjust this down or whatever you need to do so it's focusing wherever angle that you want it at. So as we can see here, I have flipped around the adjustable head here, and now the little turn screw is facing me, so I would just latch it upward there. And again, the cord might get in your way, but again, you can dangle that whatever direction you want to dangle that there. And so we'll just tuck it in behind the rear view mirror there. Now again, this is adjustable, and so this comes down, and then it also again swivels around, so you can kind of see it like this, whatever angle you want to have it on. Now right now it's facing out of my dark garage right here, and so let's just jump on the road and we'll fire it up. And right now I'm off of recording mode, and we would hit the OK button to start manually recording or pushing the OK button to stop recording and now our little red light has gone off there. So that again is kind of the more manual mode if you don't want it to fire up automatically upon starting. But most people use dash cams for incident reports, so you want it to fire up immediately as you start driving. All right guys, now I'm recording to the actual SD card on the device as we take our turn here. So we're testing right now the microphone levels, and again, just the street lights are on, kind of a darker street here. As we can see, over to the left lane is visible there. So if someone were to come in off the left side and hit my front of my car, we would be able to see it. And we would also be able to see the right lane. Of course, here is the crosswalk of the intersection as that car drove by. So a nice wide 170-degree angle there. So again, look at that. There's the crosswalk still in focus there. And again, the left lane. Now we're coming up a dark street here, so just picking up my voice and we'll get some shots of what it looks like as we're just kind of just cruising. And again, look at how visible that left lane is as I'm in the right lane. You can see the entire left lane over there. And watch this car as it pokes its head out of this intersection on the left-hand side. Right there. And then we're coming up to a bicyclist, so let's go ahead and view how good we can see him. Bicyclist is coming up in 50 feet, 25 feet right there, right-hand side now. All right. And then here we have a car coming up on my left. Very nice, guys. Now, something to keep in mind, guys, I actually pushed record, flipped around the camera, and now the camera is facing my passengers and myself. Now, you could potentially have this for a security camera in regards to, I'm actually a town car driver myself, and so if you wanted to use this in a taxi cab or a limousine to make sure that you are not going to be liable for anything happening in your car, if someone burns your seats with cigarettes or if someone gets rowdy. We've all heard stories about Uber and taxi cabs, and so this could be potentially a good way to prevent your liability if someone has a false claim on you or a security issue, etc. So now I'm going to go ahead and rotate it back around. Alrighty guys, so right now we're on a 5-lane highway right now. Freeway, highway. And it has moderate street lights again, as we see a car right here on our right-hand side coming up. Now, something to keep in mind as well, if you are in the slow lane and you're not going to be getting away from the slow lane, you're going to be only driving the slow lane, you can tilt this because it is on a swivel ball. You could put it all the way over here to the left and pick up more of the left side, or if you're in the carpool lane, you can swing it over here and put it on the right-hand side more, or bring it again back to the middle here. So again, it's up to you guys whether you want to swivel it or not. And again, right now we are looking at 6 lanes right now, 6 lanes. There goes a car right there. And so overall, guys, I'm looking at the screen right now. Even a plane is coming in up above. Take a look at that plane coming in. So very, very nice, guys, as we're picking up all the lanes here on our sides, left and right. All right, guys, I found a new car here, so I want to simulate whether or not you can read that. So it's not directly in front of me here, but as we can see, this white car, if you can pick that up, it says OC Infinity. And let's see if we can see some small numbers here. So I'm pulling up to a handicap spot here. And again, that would simulate the minimum fine, $250, if you can pick that up. That would kind of simulate what a license plate would look like here. All right, guys, now I'm heading out for the daytime shots here. Now, something I did notice last night when I was doing the test footage is that when you push the manual recording button, of course, it would record. But right now, it is not recording. Right now, it's just on kind of standby mode. Now, it takes a few minutes here, but it will shut down automatically. There might be a setting where you can limit the sleep or the downtime if you're not recording. But again, upon fire up, when my cigarette lighter has power, it immediately goes straight and starts recording there. And then again, you would just hit the OK button all the way to the right, and it would start recording, and then push it again to stop it. But again, it will shut down on its own upon going into sleep standby mode there. All right, we'll capture some footage right now, guys, of just a 2-lane highway here. As we can see all the way, you can see all the way over to the left-hand side. You can see these little turn-ins over here to the next street. Cars going by right there. You can see all those trees on the left-hand side, the sidewalk on the right-hand side. And again, as we make a left here, little intersections with the black car in front of us there. And just a beautiful sunset here. So let's go ahead and take a little left. And then we're gonna do some test footage on a 2-lane road as we go down the hill a little bit, up and down the hill a little bit. And we'll see what it looks like again in kind of a sunset but daylight hour. It's only about 4:50 p.m. So on screen it looks just beautiful, guys. Again, filming in 1080p, 30 frames per second. So here is 3 lanes, but it's going to be merging down to 2 here. As we can see, we can completely see the right lane. We can completely see the left lane. We can even see that big giant hill straight in front of us there. And as we come up to this car, I'm going to be pulling up behind it. Again, I probably won't show the license plate, but I will let you know in the normal stopping distance in the back of a car, if someone were to hit me, if we could get the license plate. So I'll look at the test footage after I get out of the car, and we'll see if we can see that person's license plate that was in front of me or not. Here we have the bike lane over here to the right, and we have again our left-hand lane next to us here with the tree line as we come up and over the hill. We're going to be going by another bicyclist here in about 200 feet. If you can pick him up on camera, he has a backlight, so you'll see what it looks like with a bikeless in 50 feet, 20 feet, right there, right-hand side. As another car passes me over on the left-hand side there. All right, guys, take a look at that beautiful sunset there as we turn around. Just absolutely gorgeous. So hopefully this camera is picking up those rich and vibrant colors. All right, guys, I'm sitting here playing with the dash cam here, and I did notice that there is, again, the menu arrow on the left here. And I won't go through all the features of the camera, but the one on all the way on the left, you can go ahead and stop and you can play. You can do your playback. You can hit that for still photos, or you can hit that again and then you would have all your video recording on the memory card. You can play it back and hear audio right here off the device as well. You could potentially just take this off your windshield, show an officer and be like, hey, look at this is what happened. This guy hit me, and you can even hear audio on this. So that's a very cool feature. And then over here on the memory card side here, you would just go ahead and hit that, and you could delete a video on there. You could protect it. You could hit it again, and then that is where you have your menu right here. You can change the time and date. License no set. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Let's go ahead and take a little gander here. License no set. There's some feature about license no set. Okay, so it looks like it kind of reads the license plate if it's right there or not. Auto power off, auto power on. Button sound, so it makes sounds when you're pushing the buttons. You can turn that off. You have TV mode. You have frequency, screen off and on setting. So again, your screen would be off completely, or 3 minutes it would go off, 5 minutes it would go off, 10 minutes it would go off. And so when you're driving, if you're recording constantly the whole entire time, you can have the screen off if you like. That's actually a really cool feature, so it's not a distraction for you. We have a format setting, the SD card, of course, and you can delete all the data right through that setting if you want. You have default setting, which is return all of the settings to default if you'd like. That is, again, the menu for the dash cam. Now, in the time and date, you can change the year, the date, the month, and you can change the time again. And you can change the format of the date by doing the month first, day, and then year, like we do in the States. So there's 3 different options. There's day, month, year, month, day, year, or year, month, day. But again, I'm gonna go ahead and switch it back to month, day, and year, as we do in the States. So you again can connect this to your television set, where you can view everything through your television as well. And then the memory card adapter, you just plug that into your adapter, plug that right into your computer, and you can also read it right off of the computer as well. Now, there is a function I do want to tell you guys about. All right, guys, there is a function I do want to tell you about. It's in the settings menu there. But what's really cool is that it has optional recording video while parked. It says, please make sure to disable this function if you are carrying the device with you, otherwise the device will continuously power on and off if there is insignificant battery. But what happens with optional recording while parked is the manual has a little picture of a car in a parking lot here. And it says here, when the car camcorder detects impact while parked, it will start recording video for the next 30 seconds, which is then saved in a secure location on the micro SD card before the device automatically turns off. So that's really, really cool, guys, especially if you're in a tight parking spot and someone would back up and nail your bumper, your dash cam, whatever direction it's pointing in, it feels a vibration with the G sensor. It will then automatically turn on, start recording for the next 30 seconds, and then it will actually then save it to a secure location on the card and then turn itself off. Now, again, 30 seconds, you might capture it, you might not. You might see the person get out of the car, you might capture the license plate. Again, it's better than nothing. There is the option to turn the voice recording, your voice recording on or off. And again, cycle through the different functions of resolution, etc. Now, something I do want to share with you, again with the LED indicator, the blue light means that the device is on standby, not recording. Flashing blue, the device is recording. And those are when it's not charging, but when it is charging, the red and blue, device is on standby, not recording. And then red and blue flashing, alternatively, the device is recording. Now again, the dash cam does have a battery inside of it so that it can power on and off without the cord. So that is a great, great feature so that you do not have to have that annoying cord wrapped around your windshield, etc. Again, does have a battery inside. And also, so just a second ago, I was actually filming with it plugged into my socket with a cell phone in part of the charger with the wire connected into it. Now that wire, so you don't have to use just the car charger, you can come upstairs and in your house and power it with the other cable provided in the box. Now also in the settings menu, we do have 1080p full HD, we have 720p, which is 60 frames per second, 720p, or we also have 720p 30 frames per second, or WVGA or VGA. So again, some of you guys might love 60 frames per second, does have the feature in 720p HD. We do also have loop recording, and you can do off 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes. And you have quality, you have fine, normal, or economy settings for the quality of the film. So most likely you probably, the larger the memory card, you probably want to put it on fine. Again, this does handle up to a 64 gigabyte memory card. That's fantastic. I'll also link that in the description box below. A good one. It does also have anti-shaking, which you can put on or off, and has a HDR mode on and off, and the date stamp, you can have that on or off, or just the date, so you can have the date and time, just the date, or off. And then if you're not on auto power, you would hold in the power button for just a couple seconds there, flashes on and off, guys. A really, really cool device. Very compact with the swivel head as well. I like it very much. So guys, thank you so much for watching the review. Again, just a fantastic, high quality HD camera, dash cam camera. And again, very small, compact, and just does the job what it needs to do. Again, flip it around. You can even use it as a mini GoPro, etc. guys. Just a cool, cool device. So again, look in the description box below the video where I'll have the link for this exact same product, the memory card as well, the larger capacity memory card. And again, this one did come with the 8 gigabyte memory card, but you might need a little bit bigger one. I'll link that below. And subscribe. I got a lot more unboxing videos and reviews on the way, a lot more products being sent to me. So my name is Chris, and until next time, I'll see you on the next review. Take care. Bye-bye.